Hi, good morning, everybody. Praise be to the Lord. Welcome back. We're going to continue with our classes, and right now we're going to start with a class of math. The topic is on lesson number 7. The lesson number 7 is the topic of this week, and that is called find equivalent fractions with a common denominator. Okay, so let's go to page number 368. Okay, let's go to the page number 368. Okay, and we're going to see we have a chart in there. Okay, as you remember, is use equivalent fractions to add and subtract fractions. Okay, in the first part of the page number 368, okay, we're going to have the vocabulary. We have denominator, fraction, mixed number, numerator, unit of fraction. Okay, let's see. Choose the best term from the box. Write it on the blank. Choose the best term from the box. Write it on the blank. Okay, you have number 1, a space has a whole number part and a fraction part. That is we called mixed number. Answer in your notebook, in your book, sorry. A mixed number has a whole number part and fraction part. Let's see number 2. A space represents the number of equal parts in a one whole. Let's see. The number 2 is denominator. Denominator. Let's see. Number 3. A space has a numerator of 1. Please start your camera, not later, right now. A unit fraction has a numerator of 1. Okay, number 4. A symbol used to name one or more parts of a whole or a set or a location of the number line is a fraction. Okay, let's see. We're going to watch a video right now and we're going to see what is a fraction instead. And you will know what is a fraction. Even you're going to know how to get the common denominator. I was on page number 368. Okay, let's see. let's go to identify first what is a fraction. Okay?
Well, fun. Today we are going to learn about fractions. But first, we want to hear from you. 6-year-old Juliana from Atlanta, Georgia said, I love learning about space and the planets. That's so cool. We do too. 8-year-old Faith from Weatherford, Texas watched our brain video and said, I am so glad that my brain is making me type this. Yeah, your brain controls the actions of your body. You did a great job learning. And finally, 9-year-old Sloan from Clayton, North Carolina had a joke for us and said, did you hear about the race between the lettuce and the tomato? The tomato needed to catch up. Be sure and watch this video to the end to learn how you too could be featured on one of our videos. Well, as we mentioned earlier, today we are going to learn about fractions. Fractions are so awesome and so much fun. Many of you think so too. A couple of weeks ago, we set up a poll on our channel, and many of you voted for fractions as our next math video. That's really awesome. Thanks everyone for voting. And don't worry, we'll make the other 2 videos too later on, but this is all about fractions. All right, well, let's start here. What is a fraction? When we say the word fraction, what do we mean? What is a fraction? Well, a fraction is something that shows parts of a whole. Let's say there's this lady named Cindy. Cindy has a pizza, which is great. She loves pizza, so yummy pizza. But then her friend Chomsky arrives. You remember Chomsky? Chomsky likes pizza too, and he's a little bit hungry. So maybe Cindy isn't going to eat the whole pizza now. Maybe they're going to split it. What do you think? So they split the pizza in half. Each of them get 1/2 of the pizza. Isn't that neat? Then everyone has pizza. Each of them have 1/2 of the pizza. They split it right down the middle. Now remember, a fraction is something that shows parts of a whole. So here is what the fraction looks like. A 1, a line, and a 2. That is the fraction 1/2. Each of them, Cindy and Chomsky, get 1/2 of the pizza. So this is 1/2. It's a very important fraction because we use it all the time. Now you might be wondering, what do the numbers mean and how does it show 1/2? Well, the bottom number shows the total number of parts. The top number shows how many parts we are talking about. Pretty simple. Let's go back to our example. There are a total of 2 parts to the pizza. So there's a 2 on the bottom, and Cindy just gets 1 part. That's the part we're talking about. So Cindy gets just 1/2 of the pizza. She doesn't get the whole thing. She gets just 1 part. She gets 1/2. The bottom number of a fraction is called the denominator. The denominator is the total number of parts. The top number is called the numerator. The numerator tells us how many parts we are talking about. In this case, Cindy is having 1 part of the pizza. The other part, of course, is going to Chomsky. Let's try this. Let's say there's another pizza, and this pizza has 4 parts. The number 4 is the denominator because there are 4 pieces of pizza, 4 parts. Let's say Kelly shows up and wants to have 1 part of the pizza, 1 piece of the pizza. The numerator, or the top number of the fraction, is the number 1 because Kelly is having 1 part or 1 piece of the pizza. Kelly is having 1/4 of the pizza. Pretty simple, pretty fun. Fractions are awesome. Now we're going to need your help. Help us figure out, what fraction is it? What fraction is it? Wow, we're going to have a great time. Let's say we have a group of 5 sports balls. 1 is a basketball. The other 4 are soccer balls. Let's figure out what fraction of the balls are basketballs. What fraction of the balls are basketballs? So we know a fraction has a line in the middle, and the top number is the numerator, and the bottom number is the denominator. The denominator shows us the total number of parts or units. How many sports balls are there? Yeah, 5. 5 is the denominator. Good job. Now remember, we're asking for the fraction of sports balls that are basketballs. So how many basketballs are there? Yeah, just 1. The number 1 is the numerator. So 1/5 of the sports balls are basketballs. 1/5. Great job. Let's try this final example. Let's say there are 5 pets. 5 pets. 2 of them are dogs, and 3 of them are cats. What fraction of the pets are cats? That's a good question. What fraction of the pets are cats? Remember, here's what a fraction looks like. It's got a line in the middle, with the top number being the numerator, and the bottom number is the denominator. So, the total number of pets is 5. What number is the denominator? What number goes on the bottom? Yeah, 5. 5 is the denominator. It tells us the total number of pets. Remember, we're asking for the fraction of the pets that are cats. How many cats are there? Yeah, 3. So what's the numerator? Yeah, 3. 3 is the numerator. 3/5 of the pets are cats. Wow, that was so cool. But none of those cats are as special to me as you, Mr. Whiskers. Not even a fraction of my heart belongs to you. My whole heart. I love you, Mr. Whiskers. Right? A fraction is something that shows parts of a whole. The top number of a fraction is the numerator, how many parts we are talking about. And the bottom number of a fraction is the denominator, the total number of parts. Thanks for watching this homeschool pop video on fractions. I am not sharing this sandwich. I don't care if Chomsky shows up, what he says that way. I'm not going to share it. I love fractions, but I'm not giving a fraction of this sandwich away. I don't want to cut it in half. I don't want it to be a half. I don't want to have just a quarter of this sandwich. I'm eating the whole thing. Chomsky, Chomsky, hey, keep your distance.
So, you made it to the end of the video. You are awesome. Remember the kids' comments? We promised you we would share how you too could be featured on one of our videos.
Okay, I hope you you take notes about what is a fraction. So let's see some examples I will share with you in my whiteboard, okay, about what is a fraction. Okay, for example, if I have 2, 3, what is this? And what we call in here in this fraction. Here we have the here we have the numerator, and we have in here the sorry, the denominator. But now, if you remember and watch all the video, no, miss, numerator, denominator. For example, if I have I have 4 squares, and from these 4 squares, I have 3 that are in color. Okay? What is the number of this denominator? Sorry, this fraction. Remember, the denominator is the number of the whole things I have in here. How many squares I have in here? 4. But how many squares are painted? 3. So I have 3 4. Let's see another example. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and only one is painted, which is the fraction? Which one is the fraction? Okay, my denominator is the whole quantity of things in this tiny circles. How many circles I have? 5. And how many circles are painted? 1. So my fraction is 1/5. So I don't know if you have any question about the fraction. I don't know if you have any question about what is a fraction, or how you can identify, or how can you make a fraction. I think the video was very explicit about how to explain to make a fraction. Okay, remember, you have a fraction. I will share again the screen. I will share again my whiteboard. Remember, you have a fraction, and the fraction is divided in 2. Okay, we have in here the numerator, and we have in here denominator. Remember, the denominator is the number of things that appear in the picture, or the number of things you're going to divide. and the numerator is the number of things you are taking up. For example, as I told you, I need to do this again. For example, as I told you, if we have a big circle and we're going to divide it in two, okay, what is the fraction? 1, 2. If I make here another division, what is my fraction? 1, 3, 3. And I make another division in here. I have 1, 4. And I make another division. How many parts I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1/5. And I make here another division and another division and another division. How many parts I have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 1/8. And I try to make here another division and another division in here. How many parts I have? It's very difficult to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 1/16. Okay, so whoa. So we already know how to identify or how to write a fraction. I don't know. It's very easy to understand the topic in this way. Okay, it's very easy to understand the topic in this way. Now, let's go to continue to the page number 100. 368. I will share again a picture, my whiteboard. Okay. For example, I have 1, 3, and 1, 13. Which one? Whoa, what happened? I don't know what happened. Well, let's see. Which one of these two fractions is bigger? Which one of these two fractions is bigger? 1/3 or 1/13? Which one do you think it's bigger? Let's see, someone of you is writing. No, both are not the same. Remember, we have a circle, okay? And we divide it, let's see, in 3. And we have another circle here. And we divide it in 13 parts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which one is bigger? Which fraction do you think it's bigger? Exactly. 1/3. This one is bigger. Why? Because less parts of a fraction, or for saying this way, bigger number in the denominator makes the fraction bigger. Okay, more number or bigger number in the fraction, less the fraction short or minor or less. Okay, so I don't know if you understand this. Yes, I think it's my connection of internet. I don't know what is the problem. I don't know if you understand this. Okay, we're going to finish this conference. No, let's try to make the exercises on page number 368. Okay, let's try to do the exercises on page number 368. We are going to compare with less than or more than or equal for each one in the circle. The number one, 1/5. Sorry. Let's see, I will write it on the board. I have 1/5 and I have 1/15. What is this one? Is more than 1/5 is more than 1/15. That is the answer of the number one. Copy your book. Let's see the number one. Exercise number 6. I have 17/10 and I have 17/5. What is the answer of this one? What is the answer of this one? Is bigger, sorry, well, it's bigger, is less. 17/10 is less than 17/5. Okay, let's see another one. I have 5/25 and I have 2/5. It's bigger than, less than. What is the answer? Is bigger than, less than. $5.25 is less than 2/5. Okay, let's see another one. Still have time. Let's clear this. I have 12/27 and I have 6/9. What is the answer? What is the answer? Is bigger than, less than, equal? No, it's not bigger. You don't pay attention, Eduardo. I said more bigger is the number, is less than. 12/27 is less than 6/9. Okay, let's see. I have 11/16, and I have 2/8. So what is the answer? No, it's not bigger. Which one is bigger? Exactly. 11/16 is less than 2/8. No, sorry. No, no, no. No, that is not the answer. 11/16 is bigger than 2/8. Why? What do you think is this one? And let's see the last one. I have 2/7. I have 2/7, and I have 1/5. What do you think? What do you think? It's bigger. 2/7 is more than 1/5. Okay, people, at 10 o'clock, we're going to connect again, okay, for the second part of this class. So don't worry, I will connect again, okay? So see you in a few minutes.